It's one of them witchy days where it's nice and calm, and I've got one kitty on my shoulder. He's right on my shoulder, cuddling and purring away, and then the other little kitty is running around and she's making a noise. So if you hear that's Belle, and the one I've got on my shoulder is my little Pip. Okay, so this is a rune reading for the new moon in Libra on the 9th of October. And this is going to be for all signs. It's a general reading just to see what kind of stuff is coming in for us. I'm using my phone for this because my laptop isn't working for the camera. So thank the Lord we have the phone. Alright, so I'm just going to do a little shuffle. What I would invite you to do is just to see, if you want to find a commonality with this reading, and whether you want to understand or know a little bit more about what's going on for you guys at this stage. So if you want to hold your intention, it doesn't matter whether it's live or when you watch it later on, just hold your intention in your mind and just see what you want to get from the new moon that will be in Libra on the Tuesday. Alright, so I'm just going to shuffle these. These are the first runes I ever bought, so I'm just going to shuffle these. Okay. Now, if you're watching with headphones, it may be a bit loud in just a second, because I'm just going to drop these on the desk. So 3, 2, 1. That's what happens when you have glass ones. Alright, so let's have a look and see what's coming up here. So I'm not using a traditional sort of spread here. What I'm doing is I'm picking up on the intuitive things as to which are overturned and which are actually in relation to what's coming in for me right now. So the ones that are actually upright, there's very few, to be honest, and there's some right over there in the corner. That's very the recent past. There's some up there which I feel are to draw them in, and there's some right around here, so we'll have a look anyway. But the one that's closest to me at the moment is Isa, and this is basically to do with egomania and deceit, illusion and betrayal. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There is a lot going on. Hello Shreya, thank you, very welcome to join me. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of issues that we may not be aware of at the moment. Even the ones that are in the public eye, we may not know the full story. So there's something that we need to be very aware of in ourselves as to how we're responding to these news items and these news pieces, and we have to be aware of their biases. We have to be aware of our own biases and see how we can put them into a sort of collective understanding, because that's what Libra is about. Libra is about social order, and Libra is about having that, looking at the world with a nice set of, maybe occasionally roasting classes, but it's very much about social justice and having that need for creation and that need for balancing and harmony and justice and things like that in general, to be perfectly honest with you. And then let me have a look at what we have over here. So in the recent past, which is over here, we have the Zaz. Now the Zaz, I'm very sorry if I'm murdering the language of the runes, but there we go, I'm sorry. I'm self-taught rune. So this is all about self-discipline and meditation and study. So I think with this being further in the recent past, maybe we have been looking at ourselves with a little bit more understanding, a little bit more meditation, a little bit more growth and feeling, just to kind of come forwards with it a little bit more, just to feel that we are all united and all trying to get to the right place in each other's lives, really. So that's before. So we were balanced, now we've gone imbalanced. I'm looking at the way some of these runes are actually, it's a little bit topsy-turvy. That's the way that I'm going to put this at the moment. A little bit topsy-turvy. I mean, for this is upside down, this is now thieves, and this is a bit distress, so, or restlessness. So if you are feeling a bit restlessness, if you are feeling a bit of distress, know that you're not alone. There could be a solution just kind of going on, kind of shut down day. Take a day to yourself if you're able, just to kind of just breathe and take in the different sort of setting. But it is very close here. The image that I'm getting from this is quite intense, to be perfectly honest with you. And this is Perth, sorry. And this is very much about mystery, hidden things, women, because it's something to do, it kind of looks like the female kind of symbol in a way. So this is something to do with the kind of uncertainties, the hidden things, the intuition that comes with this. So there is a lot that goes on between us, I think. And with these two here, there is a determination, there is a distress regarding females at the moment. You may have known in the media at the moment, with some issues going on, especially in America. But the focus seems to be on women and feminine, and Libra is actually ruled by a feminine planet. Libra is ruled by Venus, I believe. No, it's not Venus. God, it's escaping me at the moment. I apologise. It's been a while since I've looked into my astrology books, but we're having a little bit of issues going on with the feminine psyche and how we are. So it's not necessarily something that you need to be, worried about. It just understand that you're not alone if you're feeling a bit disconcerted. And then we have Goose, which is balance and productivity. So again, we have the Libra influence here of balance. We have the feeling of needing to be basically caring to each other, the family home, the relief, the feeling of common sense prevailing most of all. So I think this is maybe around our home life. Maybe we're feeling like we're in a little bit of distress, and it could be actually more females than males at this stage, regardless of where you are, in a little bit of distress because you may feel that your emotions are under pressure. This seems to be lifting. This seems to be going further up, and so you don't have to feel too badly about certain things. So don't worry. If you are feeling a little bit of pressure, do realize that this is actually going to heal. Now, this is a ruse. It's a little bit different than normal runes, but this is actually something that we need to kind of look at. This is physical strength. So for those of you who have had health issues, your physical strength is going to lift now. Your physical strength is going to be at a good point in your life. And I feel that you'll see your health improve. You're going to see, certainly over the next month, how you want to tackle your health and how you want to see that manifest within your life as well. But this is all in the center. So the way this relates to everything is very much in regards to how you can connect with it yourself, how this relates to you. I mean, up here you have Odin's rune. Now, this is very much about communication, power of words, your vision, your leadership. So how are you going to make sure that your words influence others in the best way? And how are you going to make sure that your words give you strength rather than take others' strength? Because there's very much a deep sense of power in that. And then up here, we have Freya's rune, and Freya's rune is very much the higher center up here, so it's very much the higher self. And this is kind of just saying that we have money, we have happiness, we have an idea, we have a hope for protection and our own sense of magic. So that's kind of all the way up here, and I feel this is something that a lot of us are trying to understand even now in regards to what's going on with personal things and family, and maybe communication isn't the best with people at work. And I think that that could be something that you're feeling a little bit too stressed by in some ways. But don't feel stressed, don't feel like there's something that you feel that you running outside of your hands. Try and control it in the best way possible, and that's by explaining things, that's by kind of talking to people. And then here we have Wunjo, which is joy and comfort. So this isn't quite upright, but I think this is just saying there's a possibility. There's a possibility of this. There's a possibility of pleasure and fellowship with others. So the more we communicate, the more we'll understand that we're on the same page. It could be that you're forging a deep friendship or a sisterhood or a brotherhood with other people this month. It could be that you're finding the balance between work and play. And I think that that's going to lead you into an understanding of, okay, so I'm not going to do this because it makes people uncomfortable. What I'm going to do is, and then you understand as to where your place is with your life and where you fit into others' lives as well. For some of you, it could be a realization that you're not as important in others' lives as they are to you till you come to it, but it just seems to be a need to release. And then we have two As. So this is justice, authority, and rationality. So there is a lot to do with a feeling of maybe what we see as justice. Everybody has a different idea, especially as what everyone thinks is success. So for some people, success is a Lamborghini. Other people, success is a white picket fence with a nice family. It depends on your vision of what justice entails. So I think that if we're able to band together this month, if we're able to kind of connect with each other in a meaningful way, we should start to see things progressing in a more efficient, dedicated manner. You're probably likely to see things coming forwards in a very auspicious way as well. So it's not going to be too bad for you to see like, oh, this is running out my fingers and I can't grab hold of it. You'll know precisely what you want to do. And I'm just going to do some cards now, just to see what information they want to bring in for us, because I'm sure there's some things that these cards want to see. Okay. Alright, we have compassion, which is very important. I don't know how to put this in the camera because it's my phone. So, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. I don't know whether you can see, it's a beautiful picture here that comes in just to kind of give that sense of compassion and loveliness and just a feeling of intense involvement. You do need to be compassionate with yourself. So many times, you know, if there's a mistake or if there's something this month that you feel like, oh, hang on a second, I didn't do that very well, or your boss comes in or somebody comes in saying, you didn't do this to my, you'll probably feel very guilty about it, or, you know, you're running yourself into the ground to please others. Have some compassion with yourself. Don't feel like you have to do this for everybody. Don't run yourself into the ground. And you have outdoors. This is something that I mentioned earlier on. So go out and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. There's something to be... I'll move this here just so you can see it. There's something to be said about distancing yourself from it all day, even going to a different position, even in your living room. That can actually gain some really good perspective. I know some people, they have, well, I have something as well, called the plot chair. So I'm sitting at the desk all day, I'm writing, and then I go, I've uncovered a little bit of a snag here. So what I do is I take myself away from the computer in the corner, I move across to by the window, and I sit in the plot chair. And from there, I have a different perspective of the room, and I also have a different perspective of the problem in the story. It could be as simple as that. It could literally be you taking yourself away from a particular situation in order for you to see it in a different way. And I think that would be a brilliant thing. You don't have to talk to people, it doesn't have to cost money. What it does need to do is stimulate another sense within you so you understand, or so you kind of see, you know, what is the potential for you in the future. And I'm just trying to decide between another card or another tarot card. I'm just seeing what the intuition wants to tell me about that. Okay, another tarot card. I do rune readings, by the way. For those of you who have asked me before, I do rune readings. They're not listed on my website. You need to email me, lauriantarot@gmail.com, because I know some people said, where's the rune readings? And I don't actually have them on there. So, whoops. Okay, so this is very jumpy. come here. Alright, so this one is the Wheel of Fortune. This didn't want to come out at all. So there we go, the Wheel of Fortune. And with this one, it's very much a major card. It's about turning points, destiny, personal vision. So making sure that you are able to commit to that and some movement. Get some life into your bones. If you can, do some stretches. Get that prana or life force running through your veins. Get that sort of flow going through your veins, should we say. I think that's very important to get that involved and to get that kind of juice flowing, really. I definitely feel that's something that we need, but the main thing that's coming through here is balance, compassion for yourself and for others. You're moving somewhere, you're moving forwards, you have compassion. Don't necessarily throw caution to the wind. Your words will mean a lot this month. We need to figure out what we're saying and how we say it. Unfortunately, some people in power don't particularly take kindly to restricting unfair words. They don't like monitoring themselves or doing things in a nice way. And you shouldn't be leading or taking their example. And also, if other people around you are just like, oh, yeah, I'm just saying it how it is. No, what they're doing is being hurtful. If they're making people feel like crap, they're being hurtful, they're not being honest. There is a difference. There is a way of saying things honestly and being brutal and bullying. And that's what I think we need to do. There's a lot of social justice coming up here. There's a lot of feelings of progressing. But what do we do within ourselves in order to progress as well? So that, I think, is what this reading has to say. If you have any feedback for me, if you want to say this resonated with this, or if this resonated here, do let me know. And I would absolutely love to talk to you guys. In the meantime, I wish you all the very best of luck. Blessed be. If you'd like a reading, the link is in the description box, or will be as soon as this is uploaded. Me and Pip say goodbye. I would turn the camera around, but it's a bit difficult. He's not facing this way. But I love you all dearly, and I will hope nothing but the best for you. Take care, everybody.